Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 4.
Here's a look at today's top 4 at 4. A Moorhead man is facing several charges after a shooting this weekend. Michael Aaron is a suspect in a shooting that happened in the 2500 block of 6th Avenue North this past Sunday. He's suspected of committing several offenses, including second-degree assault, mishandling a weapon, and reckless discharge. Once the Clay County's Attorney's Office reviews the charges, Aaron will have to appear in court. And changes are coming to the MSUM campus. The university's president says the campus community is denouncing racism and making changes to help students feel safe. This includes a new bias incident response team and mandatory training for employees. Tune in to Valley News Live at 5 for more on what the university is doing to combat racism. And the Fargo Police Department is telling the public to be on the lookout for COVID-19 vaccine scams. They say you won't have to pay for the COVID-19 vaccine. It's federal law. You also won't have to pay for early access to the vaccine. Police say to be careful if anyone's offering products or treatment to prevent the virus, and that healthcare providers and public health officials will never ask for your social security number or your financial information. And federal regulators are suing Facebook, hoping a judge will order the company to divest from Instagram and WhatsApp. And on top of that, 48 states are accusing the social media giant of abusing its market power to crush its competitors. The antitrust lawsuits were announced by the Federal Trade Commission and the New York Attorney General. That wraps up today's Top 4 at 4. Now let's get a first look at our weather with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Hey, Hutch.
Hey, Callie. Get out and enjoy while you can. Big-time changes are in the offing as we've been advertising throughout the course of the week, but most areas are in the 40s heading into the evening. No record-setting temperatures today, but still very comfortable and still near 50 out in Jamestown. The changes are starting to light up on the radar out to the west in parts of Saskatchewan and Manitoba. We have rain, and that's mixing with some snow out to the west. For us, a view from our friends over at Luther Family Ford showing a few high clouds here in Fargo. Those will continue to increase tonight. I do not expect rain, sleet, or snow in the FM area overnight, but some of our neighbors will have accumulations on the ground by morning. And Callie, I'll have full hour-by-hour details on what to expect as we go through your forecast here in just a few more moments.
All right, we look forward to it. Thanks, Hutch. And a man is behind bars after a wild chase in Cass County that ended with a crash. The Highway Patrol says it started around 1 this morning on I-94 near Castleton when they tried to stop a car for reckless driving. This guy took off and then went down county roads going 100 miles per hour or faster. Eventually, he slid off a curve and crashed near Horace. Michael Ziznak of Williston was arrested for driving under the influence and fleeing police. And a new assistance program opens up today, benefiting frontline healthcare workers and first responders impacted by COVID-19. The North Dakota Medical Expense Assistance Program gives financial assistance for COVID-19 related expenses. Eligible applicants may qualify to get funding up to $5,000. You must be a first responder or frontline healthcare worker infected with COVID-19. For example, doctors, nurses, state troopers, or firefighters. You must also be denied a claim or have not applied for workers' compensation benefits. The program is funded by the CARES Act and administered by the North Dakota Department of Commerce. The state is required to spend these funds by the end of the year. And NDSU is investigating yet another incident of hate speech. University administrators are looking into an email sent to President Dean Bershani from what appears to be a white supremacist campus organization. The email claims Bershani's ideas are, quote, evil and anti-ethical to every fiber of our being, and said his detrainment of their beloved white race. It went on to call the campus president a biased anti-white political operative. Bershani's participation in 2 Black Lives Matter rallies last week appeared to be what prompted the email. It ends by saying the group will continue to, quote, recruit sympathetic European American students to resist NDSU's anti-white policies. And the Cass County Sheriff's Office is warning the public of 2 scams making their rounds in the FM area. In the first scam, they're spoofing the phone number of the Cass County Sheriff's Office and pretending to be a deputy. The scammer will tell you that there's a warrant out for your arrest and will demand payment. The sheriff's office says while they do sometimes call people about warrants, bond payment will never be asked over the phone. In the second scam, they're calling people and claiming they won a cash prize through Publishers Clearinghouse. The scammer will claim you need to pay them in order to claim your winnings. But if you actually win through a prize through an authentic company, you would not be asked to pay anything up front. And North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum is about to speak. He's addressing the state's coronavirus response amid weeks of lower numbers. Health officials are still bracing for a surge between the holiday season and the rollout of the coronavirus vaccine. The Department of Health's immunization program manager is also joining the governor for this press conference. And one man's good deed at a drive-thru drives a days-long community effort to pay it forward in central Minnesota. A customer at this Brainerd Dairy Queen paid for the person behind him Thursday, setting in motion a chain of events to keep that chain going and going, with customer after customer paying it forward, paying for the person behind them. For 2.5 days, with the store's manager posting updates on social media, she says past pay-it-forward efforts usually last 15, maybe 20 cars, but this is 2020 after all.
One lady, she was so excited, she threw us the $20 bill, almost in tears, just, "Are you serious? This is really going on?" I said, "Yep, you're about 125 cars into it." She said, "For real?" She looked at her passenger, she said, "Can you believe this?"
And if you are looking to pay it forward this holiday season, we'd like to remind you of our virtual food drive. Valley News Live is teaming up again with the Great Plains Food Bank for a virtual food drive. We've raised over $10,000 so far. There are a number of items you can purchase and donate right from your phone. Every $50 donation provides 150 meals to those who need it most. To find out more, download our free VNL News app, look for the virtual food drive, and click to donate. And coming up on Valley News Live at 4, we'll take a look at Joe Biden's new cabinet picks.
Plentiful sunshine on this day as temperatures once again were well above averages for this time of the year. Big time changes starting to show up on the satellite and radar as winter is set to make a return to the valley. I'll have the latest in your updated forecast coming up right after this.